The RAV4 is Toyota's best-selling SUV, and indeed, it's a best-selling passenger vehicle that isn't a full-size pickup. But what if you need something just a little smaller, or maybe something a little more affordable? Toyota has you covered with the subcompact 2026 Corolla Cross. Before we get into this quick review, do us a favor, hit those like and subscribe buttons below to get all of our latest content. The Corolla Cross debuted in 2022 when it replaced the outgoing CHR. For 2026, a lot of the engine and mechanical bits stay the same, but some of the biggest difference happen right up front. With this hybrid model, which are sold in the S, SE, and XSE trims, gets this sort of blocked off EV looking grille that has these kind of delicate lattice patterns cut into it. I kind of like it. It makes sense to put this on a hybrid or an EV, at least to differentiate it from the gas-powered cousin. Besides the grille, there's not a whole lot that differentiates this from previous Corolla Crosses. It's pretty typical and generic for what you expect from a subcompact SUV, though Toyota does shake up things a little bit by offering a black contrasting roof. Just as with the hybrid model, the gas-powered Corolla Cross doesn't see a lot of visual changes on the outside. And, just like the hybrid, it's mostly centered in the grille here with these larger slats. Under the hood of the standard gas-powered Corolla Cross, it's pretty much business as usual. It gets the same 2-liter 4-cylinder that's good for 169 horsepower and 150 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to a continuously variable transmission that sends power to the front wheels. All-wheel drive is available as an option, and it decouples the rear wheels so that it improves fuel economy on the highway. Altogether, it should get you to 60 miles an hour in just around 9.5 seconds. That's not so quick by today's standards, but it is what you could expect from any typical subcompact SUV. The payoff is 32 mpg combined and 30 mpg combined if you go with all-wheel drive. The Corolla Cross Hybrid gains a few advantages, and not just in fuel economy. It gets a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that's paired with 3 electric motors. 2 of them are paired with the continuously variable transmission up front, while the rear motor powers the rear wheels for all-wheel drive. And yes, that means all Corolla Cross hybrids are all-wheel drive as standard. Combined, they make 196 horsepower, which should get it to 60 miles an hour in 8 seconds. And that's noticeably quicker than the gas-powered model. Now, when it comes to the all-important fuel economy ratings, this is estimated to return up to 42 miles per gallon in combined city and highway driving. That'll save you in the neighborhood of $400 compared to the gas-powered Corolla Cross. That means if you're looking to break even with the price premium that this has over the gas model, it should take you between 8 and 10 years depending on how much you drive and how expensive gas gets. The Corolla Cross starts you off with fabric seat upholstery, but in the top trims you get Toyota's Softex synthetic leather coverings. Those top trims also get you a heated steering wheel and heated front seats. Now, all new for 2026 is this restyled and reshaped center console. It doesn't really change things that much, nor does it improve storage, but it does still have a wireless charging pad as well as a little pad next to it for your passenger's phone. On the technology side, you get an available 10.5-inch infotainment touchscreen, as well as either a partial or full digital instrument panel. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, but if you want that wireless charging pad, you'll have to step up to the mid-range LE. Options include a power liftgate in the back, this sunroof, and a premium JBL audio system. Stepping up to the mid-range LE or SE trim also gets you a blind spot monitor with rear cross traffic alert. Now, if you're wondering if you can fit adults in the back of the Corolla Cross, the answer is yes. I'm 5'10", sitting behind the driver's seat, which is set for me, and I have an adequate amount of space, but it's not generous. I have a little room here for my knees, as well as plenty of space underneath the front seat for my feet. Materials quality isn't as nice as the front. It's harder plastic, which makes it a little more durable if you have pets or kids back here. As far as headroom goes, I've got a little extra space here, and that's all thanks to having this roof kind of coved out. And going back to materials quality, this headliner isn't really all that upscale. It sort of looks like the insulation you get in the trunk, but for a budget subcompact SUV, that's just fine. On the plus side, we do have separate air vents for the rear passengers, as well as 2 USB-C charge ports. Now, since this Corolla Cross Hybrid has pretty much the same mechanicals under the hood, unfortunately, that means it's going to accelerate pretty much the same as the last model did. And here we go. The CVT just kind of lets it drone, almost like you're listening to the crash test dummies, and it
kind of tends to make it feel like it's slower than it actually is, but it still gets up to speed relatively well. That doesn't mean that you're going to have that kind of confidence to pass slower cars or kind of barge your way onto the freeway on-ramp. More likely than not, you'll be letting people pass you. But when it comes to just everyday driving, that's kind of part and parcel for what you'd expect from a subcompact, affordable SUV. And we're on a fairly coarse asphalt road right now, and I can hear quite a bit of road noise coming in through the floors. But as far as wind noise, it's not so bad. I'm only getting a hint of it, and there's no whistle. Of course, the Corolla Cross favors comfort over sporty handling, and they do a pretty good job. It's a nice, smooth ride for the class. It's not the kind of car that's going to inspire you to drive hard or make you feel like you're driving something sporty. It just does what it's supposed to do, which is get you from point A to point B comfortably and safely and economically. Now, when you do set off from a stop, you don't really feel a handoff between electric propulsion and when the gas engine kicks in. You do definitely hear when the gas engine lights up, though. The same applies to when you're slowing down and braking. You won't feel the difference as it goes through regenerative braking and when the pads start grabbing. It just feels like it's one harmonious little package. Now, when you take a turn, there is a decent amount of body roll, and that doesn't really instill a lot of confidence, but for most people, they're never going to drive hard enough to actually feel any kind of handling limit. Visibility-wise, it's pretty good from the front seat. This roof pillar here doesn't get too much in the way, but the rear window is a little narrow, but also that's pretty typical for any SUV in this class nowadays. Overall, this Corolla Cross Hybrid just kind of gets the job done. It's not going to wow you with performance or luxury or anything else. It just does what it's supposed to do, and that's admirable today. It's not posing itself as being a sporty alternative or knocking on that entry-level luxury door. It's just good, honest transportation, and I think that should resonate with most shoppers. Prices for the Corolla Cross start just above $26,000 for the gas model and just above $30,000 for the hybrid model. They're both assembled in Huntsville, Alabama, which should help insulate them from tariffs or possible trade issues in the future. Between the two, I think the hybrid is the smartest choice, not just for the fuel economy, but also for the power. It's a strong contender if you're looking for a subcompact SUV that's affordable, efficient, comfortable, and just easy to drive. I'd pick it over the Honda HR-V and definitely over the Nissan Kicks. Then there's also the Hyundai Kona, which gets you a lot of bang for the buck. You get plenty of features at a cheaper price, but it's not quite as nice on the inside either. Personally, I desire a little more driver engagement and performance, which is why I'd probably look more towards some of the Mazda alternatives. But what would you do? Would you go with the Corolla Cross? And if so, would you go gas or hybrid? Or maybe one of the other alternatives are piquing your interest? Let us know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons below, and we'll see you in the next review.